I'm pretty confident that everyone going through the personal style journey understands this distinction between fashion and style. And in this realm, it seems like the common goal is to step away from being fashion-focused to becoming more style-focused, right? But what about the difference between taste and style? Because these two words get used synonymously all the time, like how saying she has good taste can often translate to she has good style. But should these terms be used interchangeably? And in pursuing our own personal style, do we actually know if it's our taste or our style that we're trying to improve? And why should we recognize this difference at all? So here's how I came across this idea. As I'm learning more about the various style systems out there that are meant to help us in our personal style journey, the more and more I notice how these systems can fall into two main categories. The first category has to do with the visual aesthetics and harmony. What's my body type? What's my color season? Which kitchen essences am I a blend of? What are my facial proportions? These systems relate to our physical appearance, and they essentially answer the question, what looks good on me? On the other hand, the second category that some of these systems fall into is more about self-reflection. What are the aesthetics that I'm drawn to, and what does that say about me? Which part of the inner me do I want to represent and share through my style? How do I want to go about the process of getting dressed each day that makes sense to me? So systems belonging in the second category relate more to our inner selves, and they aim to answer the question, how do I want to express myself? So this distinction between systems that focus on aesthetics versus expression, I thought has some parallels to how the terms taste and style can be distinguished. The definition of taste is a person's ability to judge and recognize what is good or suitable, especially relating to matters of art, style, beauty, and behavior. Now with the word style, it can be a synonymous word to taste because it could represent having a high quality in appearance or behavior. But for the context of what we're talking about, I think the broader definition of the word is more fitting, which is a way of doing something that is typical of a person. So in the realm of personal style, the word style refers to the particular choices we make in getting dressed that seem typical and therefore representative of us. So taste is about discernment and appreciation, and style is about choices and expression. And going back to talking about the various style systems, if the first category of systems focus on the visual aesthetics, on what looks good on me, and I think we can say that those systems are there to help elevate our taste level, right? Because they help us develop an eye to recognize what looks good or suitable on ourselves so that we can make better judgments about our clothes. On the other hand, the second category of style systems that focused on self-reflection, I think that's actually more helpful in cultivating a sense of personal style, because we need to understand ourselves first in order to know how to make choices that are typical or representative of us. I know, we're getting a little philosophical today. Now, I'm not saying that taste and style are completely separate from one another. I mean, if taste is all about discernment and judgment, then having good taste should help us make better choices. But where I think there is a lack of connection is that style is not just about choices, it's also about expression. And a person's ability to express themselves through their clothing choices doesn't necessarily depend on their ability to make aesthetic judgments. Like, you can have great taste without having a great style, and you can also have a great style without having great taste. The two are connected, but they don't necessarily have to go hand in hand all the time. Kind of like how you can probably be a great art critic without being a great artist and vice versa. Now, why this distinction, you might ask? Well, I feel like the phrase, I want to find my personal style, gets thrown around a lot. But a lot of us embracing this journey of finding our authentic style, and this obviously includes me, and I'm totally guilty of this as well. In the process of trying to define our style, we often get fixated on tools that actually improve our taste. So tools that improve our ability to make judgments on what looks good for our body types and for our faces, choosing the right colors that harmonize with our own coloring, etc. But getting answers to the question, what looks good on me, those answers don't really provide guidance on how we express ourselves through our clothes. And I'm not trying to say that we're doing it all wrong and there's no reason for us to focus on elevating our taste level. But I'm just saying, if we're making the statement, I want to find or I want to improve my personal style, then I think it's really important to articulate why improving our style is so important for us, and whether those reasons relate to better discernment or a better expression of self. There is no right or wrong answer. for some of us, style can solely be about self-expression. For others, it's all about looking good, getting it right, and knowing that we look good. And I'm sure that for most of us, it is a little bit of both, right? I mean, it is for me anyways. But I think the reason why we often feel stuck is because we lack the practice of articulating our intentions on why we want to improve our style. And setting clear intentions about whether I want to improve my sense of judgment or my sense of expression, or both, will provide some clarity and direction for our style journey. So how should we go about articulating our style intentions then? Like I said, I think we need to dig a little bit deeper than just saying, I want to improve my personal style. So we gotta really start thinking about what it is that we want to achieve through the process of improving our style. And we have to go deeper than just saying, I want to feel more confident. That, I think, is just the ultimate state that everyone wants to be in. And it's just as vague of a statement as I want to improve my personal style. So to give you some examples, maybe you're a busy mom and you want to simplify your wardrobe choices and reduce the time you spend thinking about what to wear every day, but you still want to look and feel good. Maybe you're in a position where appearance and how you come across externally matters a lot for your job and your career prospects. So you want to curate a certain image or a persona through your style. Or is it that you want to make more of an effort in getting dressed every day because you work from home and all you ever reach for are your sweats? Then what is it that you gain from putting more effort into your outfits? Why is wearing sweats every day a problem for you to begin with? Or maybe for you, it's all about expressing your individuality through your style, and you're far more concerned about making a specific statement rather than looking conventional. For me, the biggest reason for wanting to improve my current style is after working from home all day, every day for the last 4.5 years. I've kind of lost a sense of what my style is like and what I feel good in. I've forgotten about both the joy and the struggles of getting dressed every day. And I've been feeling like my sense of style is regressing, like I'm falling behind. So my main style intention is that I want to feel the joy of curating outfits on a daily basis. I'm ready to welcome the challenges and struggles that come with it. And I want people to think that my style is not outdated. I'd be lying if I said external validation doesn't matter to me at all. Maybe for some people it doesn't, but for me it absolutely does. It doesn't dictate my life and my choices or anything, but I'd still like people to think, wow, Jen has a really cool, unique style. Now, as somebody who has spent a lot of resources trying out many different styles all throughout my 20s, I can confidently say that I know my body pretty well. So for me, learning more about the Kibbe body types and trying to figure out my image ID hasn't been helpful in a revolutionary way, at least not yet. I definitely appreciate the complexity and the depth of the system, but the reason why I felt like it wasn't a huge eye-opener for me was because first of all, we can only speculate because David Kibbe is the only person that can type people. And second of all, I just felt like I didn't really take anything significantly new from it. Like, I didn't really feel like I'm gonna change the way I dress drastically because of it. But that's just my personal experience with the system. And when it comes to the face, analyzing facial proportions is part of my job. I still have difficulties with seeing myself through an objective lens, but I'm constantly practicing it. And similar to how I feel about Kibbe, I'm not really sure if digging myself into the rabbit hole of Kitchener essences is really gonna help me tremendously. But where I think I definitely lack is a good grasp on understanding the quality of clothes in terms of material, durability, longevity, etc. And I need to find a way to incorporate better quality clothes into my wardrobe while staying within my budget. I really need to work on justifying the prices that I see as something that is a worthwhile long-term investment for myself. So with all of these things said, now I can group these areas of improvement into where I need to focus my energy on. On improving the taste side of things, I need to develop an eye to recognize and differentiate quality of clothing, build an appreciation for the value of high quality clothes. And I also want to broaden my comfort level with colors, so I need better discernment on colors that work well for me and for my wardrobe. But in terms of understanding what looks good for my body type and for my face, I'm sure there are areas I can still improve on, but they're not my main priorities at this moment. On the other hand, on improving the style aspect, I would say that I want to get back into the habit of getting dressed every day like I used to, understand which items in my closet might be making my style look outdated or boring. And I want more practice with utilizing colors so that I can convey more excitement through my outfits. So when it comes to colors, I want to work on improving both my discernment for choosing colors and using colors more creatively in my outfit. So this is what I mean by articulating our style intentions and setting the right expectations for them. Rather than vaguely saying, I want to improve my personal style so I can feel more confident about myself, going a little deeper to understand why we feel a need for improvement can help us identify which areas we lack the knowledge or practice or confidence in. And once we identify these areas of improvement, we can then ask ourselves, okay, so is this an area of improvement related to taste? So do I need to better my discernment and my judgment? Or do I need to improve the style aspect of it? So do I need more practice on the expression aspect and how I'm putting things together? And if you try this exercise yourself, your list will look completely different from mine, and that's fine. And it's also totally okay if all of your areas of improvement just happen to fall onto one side. We all have different priorities and values, so maybe for some of you, personal style is less about expression and all about what looks and feels good. Or you might be the complete opposite, where expressing a part of your identity is your sole focus. Or maybe like me, you're a little bit of both. The point of the exercise is just getting ourselves used to articulating what it is about our style we actually want to improve so that we can equip ourselves with the right next steps, either more knowledge and theory or more practice and application. And that will help us set clearer expectations, which will lead to achieving more tangible results. Let me know what your style intentions are in the comments below and what kind of content, either more theoretical or practical, that you want more of from this channel. I hope you found the video helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay unique and stay gorgeous.